What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got very interesting news breaking from your boy Benny Johnson. A big shout to him. Definitely be leaving the original link in the description box down below, as you guys already know. Make sure you guys go show him some love. We got Benny Johnson breaking the story on BLM finally getting convicted, finally being charged and held accountable for their actions where they stole all of those donations, millions in donation money from all these Black Lives Matter supporters, and kind of just bought a luxury lifestyle for their family, their friends. They're buying like nice cars, nice houses. None of this stuff was, going back into the supporting Black Lives Matter. I'm not sure, where they were getting off on that. They were literally just running one of the biggest schemes known to man. And now their time to pay has finally come. I'm excited to see, just exactly what kind of sentences and who all got sentenced, because I feel like there was a lot of parts or a lot of people, involved in the whole Black Lives Matter scheme. So I'm excited to get into it. We're going to hop straight into it, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Before we even get into it, hit that like button. It don't cost a thing, y'all. Also hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
Where's the money?
What?
Where's the money? Black Lives Matter, where's the money, bro?
Where's the money?
Where's the money?
You see the money. It's spent.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Remember that time that Congress kneeled down to a foreign terrorist fraudulent power and said that all of America belongs to you? Yeah, I'm not talking about Ukraine, of course. I'm talking about Black Lives Matter. And here's the footage of it, actually. Nancy Pelosi being unable to get up off of her arthritic, syphilitic knees. There she goes. Oh, boy. In her kente cloth and everything. Nancy Pelosi couldn't get up off the floor. But what she had done is she had put on that ridiculous kente cloth and pledged fealty to Black Lives Matter if they just continued to riot and continued to deliver the election for them in 2020. That was everything. They could burn down America's most historic churches. They could charge the White House and burn down the White House, which they did. They burned down multiple buildings at the White House. Donald Trump had to be taken into a secure location due to the riots that hurt hundreds of police officers. You never heard about it, did you? They actually burned down a church. Never heard about that, did you? Where are the federal charges? Where's the pre-trial detention? What the hell happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, people like Nancy Pelosi made sure that you didn't know how much of a fraud and a terrorist organization BLM is. But now the chickens have come home to roost. Nancy Pelosi still trying to get up off her knees. Black Lives Matters headed for insolvency after plunging $8.5 million into the red. Founder Patrice Cullors still paid $1.6 million for security services in 2022, while his sister's board member earned millions for their consulting. It was all a fraud. Their fundraising is down 88% on the year. And ladies and gentlemen, it just keeps getting better. So Black Lives Matter took all of their funds that they raised, billions of dollars that they raised, billions, nearly $100 million, okay? The actual 1090, the actual 990 forms for the IRS are $90 million plus. And they bought themselves mansions. And they paid their families enormous amounts of money fraudulently. And they went to the salon. And they painted some murals. And they did literally nothing for black people. Nothing.
At all.
All they did was throw little parties for themselves. Look at this. Having a party at their mansion. Look at this mansion. Do you have a mansion? Wow. The mansion comes complete with a soundstage. Did Black Lives Matter, I don't know, create any product that went viral or that was interesting? That helped black people? I thought that was the point. That was the grift, right? Yeah. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to prison. I am very excited to report to you that Black Lives Matter fraudsters who organized the statue toppling in Bristol, in England, is now going to prison for 2.5 years. That's right. Black Lives Matter activists who masterminded the protest which led to the toppling of an Edward Colston statue during the first national coronavirus lockdown has been jailed for fraud. Zara Salim spent more than $30,000 in donations earmarked for the charity fund on her lifestyle. The 23-year-old activist. Can we stop making that like can we make that a pejorative and not a career, please? Activist helped mastermind the headline-grabbing BLM demo in Bristol, which saw the slave trader Colston's statue toppled and dumped into the harbor.
Oh, wow.
Well, because we have to. All history must end. Oh, yes. This is the person you should trust all your money with. There you go. This is that's the person. The BLM organizer received 32,000 pounds in donations from 558 individual contributions. She spent the money on Amazon purchases and IMAX
Amazon
and rent
and IMAX?
and hair and beauty appointments. The court has learned that she even splurged $6,000 on Uber rides. Oh my, going to the club. She was jailed for 2.5 years in a sentencing hearing today. So they're putting people in prison.
What?
Look at this. Hope it was all worth it. 1,000 years of Western civilization being chucked into the river by people who have no idea how things got so good here. And now there are fraudsters being thrown in jail. Yeah. There you go. Oh, Salim pictured outside. Okay, she's wearing a burqa.
Oh, wow.
Spent a total of 44,000 pounds on what she described as lifestyle expenses. So she took all the money and then she used it on herself. BLM activist jailed after spending money she raised for a youth group on herself. That's right.
That's sick.
It's almost like you shouldn't let these despicable narcissist Marxists entrust them with your money. It's almost like this was a bad idea to give these people power. Black Lives Matter March organizer splurged thousands of in donations on taxis and takeaways, is jailed. Will it happen here in America? Boy, we sure as hell can hope. There's one person who's been pushing for it, of course. It's been Candace Owens, who had some an absolutely astonishing documentary on BLM that we praised and went to the documentary release and everything in Nashville. It's awesome. We covered it. It was last summer that Candace Owens released The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, the BLM documentary.
They released their 990 IRS filings. They collected $80 million. Where is that money?
It's not here. Everything looks worse than it was.
Where have you seen that money impacted throughout the city? So my producer just sent me a link. It is just shocking to me because of how much money was raised to think that where he lived, the bills weren't being covered. Super frustrating, but that's a dead end, so. And here's where it gets really interesting. Ready for some BLM pride? Another $200K went to escorts, BDSM workers, strippers, peep show workers, phone sex operators, and webcam performers. And then at that moment, it became personal. And I thought, not only am I going to say the truth, I am going to scream the truth louder than you can scream the lies.
Dude, it's such an awesome documentary. If you haven't ever seen it, you should go see it.
I forgot about that.
See it. Just like you see the images on your screen of what BLM created for us in this country. It's created a system of justice that says effectively that there are certain groups of people that you're not allowed to prosecute anymore. Certain groups of people, certain groups of criminals that you're not allowed to put in jail anymore. That are no longer allowed to face consequences of their actions. And you create effectively no-go zones. They have these in Europe. They have these no-go zones. My old neighborhood in Washington, D.C. is one of them. Look at the images on your screen here. So the political movement that is built effectively on fraud, that is built in order to rip asunder the iron girds that keep America as a country stable, this idea of e pluribus unum, that out of many one, we can all be citizens in this nation, and we all have a responsibility of citizenship, has been totally undone by critical theory propagated by the Marxists of BLMs. And just like every other Marxist, they're all frauds. They're all con artists. Karl Marx was the first con artist. He was a smelly, old, diseased,
Why you gotta say all that, Benny?
reprobate
You gotta say all that.
who lived in a library and didn't produce a single usable,
Leave him alone,
tangible
man.
work product in his entire life. He was a slob. And all of these Marxists, they're just slobs.
I also think that it might.
The co-founder.
I think of a lot of
What's
things.
happening to
The
these
first thing
people, though?
think
That's
is
what I
that
want to know.
We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
We are trained Marxists, says Patrisse Cullors, the founder, the co-founder, along with her other co-founder of Black Lives Matter. So when these people tell you who they are, believe them. And this is all a product of critical theory in order to erode, using racial tensions to erode the fabric of America, the fabric of capitalism for a civilizational collapse. So start calling it what it is. A terrorist organization. Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Terrorist organization.
So who all got charged?
Call it what it is.
Just the
This
founder?
this is the object, and this is what Nancy Pelosi is kneeling to and worshiping. Now, thankfully, these people are going to prison, and it needs to happen a lot more often. This is one of the greatest frauds ever foisted upon the American people, and it needs to stop if we are to survive. In a hysterical segment, Tucker Carlson brought on Candace Owens and showed the clips of when Candace Owens went to talk to the BLM mansion owners, and it still warms our hearts to this day. Enjoy.
Remember the BLM movement, May of 2020, when every high school girl in America was absolutely required to put a black square on her Instagram page? Remember that? BLM, everyone's for BLM. Mitt Romney marched with BLM. What was that? Well, it was a scam, actually, it turns out. It was a scam, and it really hurt the country. Candace Owens has done an entire documentary on this. It's called The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, George Floyd and the Rise of BLM. For the documentary, she showed up to the gated mansion in Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, owned by BLM co-founder Patrisse Cullors. Cullors then posted a video on Instagram complaining about Candace Owens' reporting. Watch this.
So we are headed to Laurel Canyon. We've yet to see any black people in this neighborhood. So there's definitely somebody
You
home.
can't see any black people in
Hello?
the neighborhood. No, that's crazy.
I was just looking to speak to whoever is at this property. Sir? Hello?
Oh.
I don't know if he's going to get someone. I see a very cute German Shepherd, it looks like.
This morning, I woke up to Candace Owens being outside of my house with a news crew.
I can't see how this purchase helped black lives anywhere in America. I can't even find a black life on the property. The dog's not even black, so.
The dog's not even black.
So they're literally trying to destroy us. They're trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy the movement. And I just need us to be stronger.
When you live in a multi-million-dollar home in Laurel Canyon, it can be hard. Candace Owens is the person who caused the suffering you just saw. She's the producer of the brand new documentary, The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, George Floyd and the Rise of BLM, one of the bravest people we know.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming straight from your boy, Benny Johnson. Definitely going to leave the original link down in the description box below. Oh, but that is freaking nuts. BLM, I didn't know that they, I said a couple of million in the beginning, but I didn't know that they took almost $100 million. That is, one of the greatest lies ever sold. According to Candace Owens, definitely applaud her for, bringing that to light, shedding more light on what they were actually spending this money on too. Like, it sounded like they were, splurging the mansions, the clubbing, the partying. It was just all over the place. It didn't seem like anything went back into any of the neighborhoods that were, burnt or, burnt down to nothing. Honestly, a lot of black neighborhoods after the riots and stuff, a lot of the, the grocery stores and, corner state, everything was done, to a crisp. So I feel like a lot of that money should have been used, to rebuild some infrastructure, at least to get some, black owned businesses going. But no, it literally went to a lavish lifestyle. That is despicable. I'm glad to see that someone's finally being held accountable for that. I wish we got a little bit more detail on who was, who all got charged. Sound like definitely the founder, but I wondered about the co-founder and, some of the, other constituents and counterparts that played a role also. I feel like anyone who played a role definitely should be held accountable in some sort of way, whether that be jail time or, paying that money back, paying something back, because that is a lot of money lost. They got over on America, essentially. But you guys gotta let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week. Go.